Greetings, new employee. We here at Deep Rock Galactic are thrilled to welcome you to the premier space mining operation on Hoxus 4. Through our scrutinous hiring protocols, you have been selected for deployment to DRG due to your excellent work ethic, commendable team spirit, and a willingness to plunge into terrifying caves that anyone with even an ounce of sensibility wouldn't dare. Before you begin in earnest, however, management requires us to show these worker training videos as part of recent efforts to reduce the excessive number of workplace fatalities. This series of videos assumes you have completed the introductory training course upon initial startup. However, if you were sick that day or didn't complete it for whatever reason, you can access the tutorial by using this terminal here. Today's video covers the Driller class. While slow and bulky, they carry a substantial amount of heavy-duty equipment that enables them to clear out almost any obstacle you could possibly encounter. When there's an obstacle in your path, whether it's terrain or insect, the Driller has more than enough power to literally blow them away. Using high-powered weaponry and even higher-powered tools, the Driller is essential to ensuring that your journeys through the cave are not dangerous. Less dangerous. The Driller's default primary weapon is the Crisper Flamethrower. While the other dwarves are content to just use plain old bullets, the Driller fancies themselves a pyromaniac. The Flamethrower spits a roaring stream of fire that incinerates most bugs in its path. The flames can pass through multiple targets simultaneously, making it excellent for crowd control against smaller bugs. It also ignites targets, meaning they'll take additional damage over time. You can even use the Flamethrower to burn any annoying webbing you may encounter. However, its short reach and low overall damage makes it ineffective against sturdier targets and targets further away than walking distance. Make sure to also keep it reloaded, as running out of fuel during engagements, as quoted in Magnificent Miner Monthly issue number 32, sucks. The Driller's unlockable primary weapon is the Cryo Cannon. Whereas the Flamethrower is hot to trot, the Cryo Cannon is a cooler customer. The Cryo Cannon fires a stream of super chilled ice particles that'll freeze targets solid after enough exposure. Much like the Flamethrower, the Cryo Cannon excels at close-range crowd control, but struggles against bigger enemies. Unlike the Flamethrower, you don't have to worry about an ammo clip with the Cryo Cannon, but if you hold down the trigger for too long, the Cryo Cannon will malfunction, and you'll have to wait a moment before you can use it again. So don't do that. It should be noted that enemies in certain biomes can resist the effects of your primary weapon of choice. Enemies in the glacial strata take additional damage from the Flamethrower and take longer to freeze with the Cryo Cannon, for example. Be sure to check where you're headed and choose the appropriate weapon. The Driller's default secondary weapon is the Sebata 120 pistol. While decidedly the most unassuming weapon in DRG's arsenal, you'll be grateful to have this sidearm when some beast is trying to nosh on your leg. The Sebata may not deal a tremendous amount of damage, but it's the Driller's only ranged method of dealing damage, so use it against targets that are outside the range of your primary weapon, or when your primary weapon may not be strong against whatever it is you're fighting. It might be small and unassuming, but it packs a tremendous punch. The Driller's unlockable secondary weapon is the Experimental Plasma Charger. Easily the most untested project of DRG's Research and Development Division, the Experimental Plasma Charger fires balls of unstable plasma energy to vaporize enemies. It operates similarly to the Sebata 120 and should be used in a similar manner against enemies that can't be hit or aren't too phased by your primary weapon. Unlike the Sebata 120, the Experimental Plasma Charger can, charge a shot by holding down left-click. A charge shot travels slower than a regular shot, but deals more damage and creates a small blast upon impact. The Experimental Plasma Charger also doesn't ever need to reload, but firing rapidly and holding a charge shot will overheat the weapon and render it unusable for a moment, so don't get too trigger-happy with it. Your insurance doesn't cover self-inflicted 4th-degree plasma burns, after all. When you absolutely, positively have to blow something up, the Driller's Satchel Charge can't be beat. The Satchel Charge packs enough punch to level a 3-story building, let alone any rock or bug. After dropping a charge, the Driller can manually detonate it by left-clicking while holding the detonator. Beware though, explosions don't discriminate, so make sure you and your fellow employees are clear of the blast radius before pushing the button. The charge's blast radius is indicated by the orange sphere projected by a live charge, so you've got no one to blame but yourself if you blow up. These babies are how the Driller gets their name. The reinforced power drills will chew through any obstacle that stands in your way. Got a dirt wall blocking the path? Drill through it. Got a sheer cliff face to climb? Just dig through it and build a staircase. Got some pest invading your personal space? Eviscerate it. Just don't go too overboard with those drills. They require fuel to run, and are prone to overheating if you run them for too long, which would be incredibly unfortunate if you're being chased by some nasty adversary. This concludes our instructional video on the Driller. Be sure to tune in again as we continue our look into the various classes of Deep Rock Galactic. Until next time, thank you for watching.